I am going to invite Chris Chord up here. We wanted to have a chance to just extend an invitation to you all, but since I don't select board members select board members, thought we would ask have a board voice up here. And I think we took Kevin's picture out. I was going to leave Kevin's picture in. Our board chair, Kevin Riley, was going to join us, but has gotten really, really sick this past week. So Chris is here, and Tiffany, are you in the room or are you already outside? Tiffany is standing over there. Tiffany is our director of governance. She's going to be out at a table outside in the hall, just in case Chris so inspires you that you can't wait to try and get to be a board member. But anyway, Chris.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Chord. I've been a partner with the ACH for 3 years with our organization, the Orcas Island Healthcare District. We're a public hospital district out on Orcas. I'm glad to get to be able to kind of talk about the reason why I joined the board, and then just I mostly wanted to ease any fears about joining the board. We've been really well supported by Tiffany, especially, but just the staff at the ACH. There's a lot of resources for us as board members, and I really am. I feel proud to get to be a board member of the ACH. I grew up in Anacortes in the region, and just 3 years ago moved back after going to grad school and getting education and working for a large health system where I worked on a lot of Medicare and Medicaid innovation, knew a lot of kind of the systems knowledge behind healthcare, and was always surprised that we didn't have the right partners in the room when we were addressing these social issues. And when I came back and came to my first convening a couple months after I got back, was really impressed to see the right partners in this room. And so that got me in the door the first time, and then kept coming back and getting to feel uncomfortable as a privileged white man in spaces where, my voice is not the loudest and is not the most important. It does not bring the most value to the conversation, but having those opportunities through the ACH to talk about collaboration and how to show up and how to support the systems change and to really lift up the voices of the organizations in our region that are doing great work. And so I kept coming back and feeling uncomfortable, and then Tiffany and, well, actually a couple of ACH staff encouraged me to apply, and the application process was straightforward, and they've been really supportive of us so far. So there's a lot of new board members. I think there was 4-ish that started in September, and then there's like 5 of us that started, 4 that started in January too, right? So there's quite a few new board members in the last year. We had a board retreat, which was really fun to learn more about the goals and the strategies that Liz is bringing with her staff. So there was a reminder, so we have 2 board openings this year, and the executive committee is reminding us we're looking for, we get to be a little more picky too, but not picky. They're very supportive, but applicants that are multilingual, BIPOC, especially Black voices. There's not a lot of people on our finance committee, so financial expertise, although they really help you, and Petra does an amazing job with all the finances and makes it straightforward. And then Snohomish County. So if you've looked at our the partner allocation based on counties, we need more representation from Snohomish County. So, and that's what we're inviting you to do. So come and find out. There's a couple of other board members here, Walter, Laurel, Dr. Levine, a couple of us here. So come and talk to us and we can tell you more about it. So thank you.
You know, the piece I would add about the board, how many of you do board recruitment? Just out of curiosity, because, you know, it's an adventure and a body of work unto itself. And I want to say, you know, I'm going to look at Laurel, maybe 6-7 years ago, what we realized is that the majority of the board were within 1 to 2 years of retirement. They were primarily in executive roles. They were predominantly white, with the exception of the fact that we have a board that has actually reserved a seat on the board, one each for each of the 8 tribes. So the tribes were kind of presenting us with the diversity that we were looking at, but the other board positions were not. And I just have a lot of respect for the board and the board leadership and the board committees who have done a lot of work to get us to the board that we have, who we think is going to carry the organization for the next 5-10 years. Lots of lived experience, lots of diverse experience, and, you know, Kevin would have been really eloquent in describing kind of his journey to being the board chair, but the board oversees the CEO. So every one of these folks are my boss, and there are a lot of times when I get messages from people who say, Liz, you have this person, that person, and the board, as if somehow I have selected the board. The board has selected me, and that's a really different dynamic, and they are actively involved in selecting the person that's going to be sitting in my chair in a few months. So just a lot of gratitude to the board members who are here, the board members who aren't here. They make the decisions about what we focus on and how we actually create the plate that I and the operations side of the organization get to carry out.